Hey, it's Scott Weiss with Lessons on Leaving, your complete guide to funerals. Just want to share a few minutes with you today and talk about some trends in the funeral industry. We have some food trends, some things that are happening with food at funerals. Of course, if you're watching this video, that means you get hungry and you eat, and so why not partake of a meal around a funeral? I'm sure there was food at the very first funeral. It certainly is common in almost every memorial, every get-together, every gathering we center so much of our life around food, so it's a natural fit for funerals. And what's going on is there's 5 things I want to tell you about that's going on in the funeral industry. It's something that you might think about. The food, not a lot of people are going to consider the food when they're doing their funeral planning, but you might want to have a particular food that goes with your ethnicity or something that you like or your culture. But what's going on right now is there's some trends, and the biggest thing that's happening, I guess, in the food drink related is number one is that there's more alcoholic beverages, more liquor being served at funerals than ever before. Many funeral homes now have a liquor license right there at the funeral home where they can actually serve and offer as a part of the funeral package. They can sell you the beverages that you want to consume. I guess it's not surprising that the liquor intake is increased in the funeral industry. Is probably something that's a trend in our culture. The second thing that's happening is that many people are hiring caterers. As opposed to going to a restaurant or doing things on their own, catering industry is really being called on to service funerals. So if that's something, if you have a local caterer that you're fond of, that's something that, of course, no one wants to be involved with the cooking or the cleaning associated with your funeral. So caterers are out there. That's a big growing option. The third thing is that what is happening is, it's going to surprise you a little bit, but just like NFL football games, just like your favorite college football game, there's tailgating going on at funerals now. Many funeral homes are in states where they do not allow a funeral home to have a liquor license, so people are bringing their own alcoholic beverages, opening the trunk of the car, dropping the tailgate down, maybe even have a recreational vehicle, and you're going to see more tailgating either in the parking lot of the funeral home, right there at the cemetery as the person is being buried, which of course goes right along with the fact that more alcohol is being consumed at funerals. The fourth thing that's happening with relation to green burials or natural burials is at those get-togethers, people are serving organic foods, which makes sense. If you want a natural burial, you want something organic, you want something where there's no embalming, and then they also, of course, probably espouse to a different type of food, and so there's organic food being served at funerals. And of course, the fifth thing that's happening is when you go, if you happen to have the opportunity to hire Robinson Funeral Home in Easley, South Carolina, you can walk into that funeral home and go right to that coffee corner and get your favorite Starbucks beverage. That's right, there's a Starbucks coffee shop in the funeral home down in South Carolina. That's probably not going to be the last one, although it is the first. Just wanted to share a little bit of what's going on in food as it relates to funerals here in our country, the United States. And got any questions regarding food? You want to make any comments, please leave a note. Hey, give me a thumbs up if you watch it on YouTube. If you're looking anywhere else, go to lessonsonleaving.com. Be sure to subscribe to the newsletter so you can get a free 11-page funeral planning guide. Again, if you have a question, ask me, send me an email. I promise to respond to any question within 24 hours. Anything I can do to help you, be glad to do it. So, again, scottveiss.com or lessonsonleaving.com. We'll see you next time.